When I first saw a sales page, I thought to myself, how am I ever going to make something like that? Seeing a sales letter with 20 pages of text, awesome graphics, and killer testimonials seemed like an impossible feat to me. But after reviewing hundreds of pages, I realized that they all had essentially the same formula. All of these pages are broken down into a few simple chunks. Once I knew this, I was able to first relax and then just focus on these big pages one piece at a time. Next thing I knew, I had an awesome sales page that started bringing in revenue even when I wasn't working. So in this video, I'm going to break down the 5 essential elements that go into creating a great sales page. Starting with number 1, the headline. This is that big block of text at the top of sales pages that really hooks you in, and that's its job. Simply put, the goal with your headline is to hook the reader to want to learn more. Now, oftentimes copywriters prefer to write their headline last, after they've written all of their copy for their entire sales page. And the reason is because when you're building a sales page, you want your strongest copy to be at the top, because if you can't hook people right in the beginning, they're not going to want to continue reading, and then they're going to end up leaving. Now, whether you want to write your headline last, or maybe some people like to do it first, it's entirely up to you. Just remember that the general rule of thumb is that your strongest copy should always be at the top, and that's going to help you write an even better headline. So here are 3 examples of some catchy headlines that you could use in different niches. What if you could start investing in real estate without even buying a house? Imagine if you had a system that got you feeling confident in your bikini in just 30 days. Finally, discover the secrets to consistently creating high-paying coaching clients without posting on social media every day. If you put the right headline in front of the right person, they land on that page, they're going to say, ooh, that's intriguing, I want to learn more. After the headline, we move into what I like to call the primer copy. Now, I call this primer copy because as soon as people go past the headline, they go into the body copy. This is going to take up the bulk of your sales page, not your offer, which we'll get into in just a minute. Primer copy is really hooking them in to want to get sucked into the stories that you're telling about what it is that you're offering, and getting them to know that you really understand their problem. After reading this section, they should be ready for your offer. So you're priming them to receive your offer. There's a great saying that says a fact will always tell, a story will always sell. So in this section, we want to focus on telling captivating stories that stimulate interest and get people hooked into your message. Now, I've invested a lot of time and money into learning the art of copywriting, and I'm getting better every single day. For example, I invested $2,000 into learning from Ramit Sethi in one of his courses all about copywriting. But inside that program, he talks about 5 different story archetypes that we can use when we're creating copy. So here are Ramit's 5 story archetypes. The first one is the twist the knife. This is where you're going to reveal the story of their pain and what they're experiencing, but tell it in a story. It can be fictional, or it can be from your past experience, and you're just explaining it from the eyes of the listener or the reader. But the goal here is to really dig into the pain and make it relatable. The next one is paint the dream, and this is exactly what it sounds like. You're painting a picture of what they are envisioning and what they really want to achieve. And the way you can kick this off is by saying, imagine if you could wake up and you could look at yourself in the mirror and feel confident because you have a 6-pack or whatever it is that your audience really wants. Paint that dream for them and let them experience it in your copy. The next one is the great discovery. This is where you tell the story of how you came up with the idea for your product. Then there's the incredible story. What story, related to your product of course, would make someone say, wait, what? How? For example, when I tell people that I made $4,000 in my first week of podcasting, or that I was making thousands of dollars from YouTube when I only had 200 subscribers, that makes people pause and they say, how did you do that? And it pulls them in, and then I can tell them the story. And lastly is the unspoken truth. This isn't so much a story, but we want to think about what kind of unconventional advice do you have that your audience needs to hear? For example, if you're in the weight loss industry, it could be that you're counting calories and why that's actually preventing you from losing weight. Now, those are great jumping off points for you, and you don't need to do all 5 of them. You can just take 2 or 3 of them, depending on the size of your product, and just put them in an order that makes sense. After that, I like to add in what I call door stoppers that make people stop and get hooked into wanting to learn more about your copy. Think of these like mini headlines that are sprinkled throughout your copy. Now, these door stoppers really need to be intriguing, because if they're not, people aren't going to read the rest of your copy, or worse, they're going to end up leaving. Here's some examples of good door stoppers versus bad ones. Bad: how to build a 6-figure side hustle. Good: how this stay-at-home mom built a six-figure coaching business from her living room for under $100. Then you can go into the great discovery if you were that stay-at-home mom. Let's look at another example. Bad. How to land high-ticket coaching clients. Good. The one social media post I use to earn $10,000 to $20,000 a month as an online coach. I hope you can see the difference with those examples, so make sure that you put some attention and time into these because that's going to make your copy so much stronger. After people have read your headline, they've read through your primer copy, they are ready to accept the offer. Now, if you've done a good job with your copy up to the point where you actually start talking about the offer, people should just want to know some pretty simple, straightforward details like, what am I getting? How long are the lessons? How long is it going to take me to go through this? How much is it? Now, if you need more help coming up with what exactly it is you're going to be offering your people, I do cover that in detail in my passive income masterclass. This is a totally free 1-hour training. It's my gift to you just because I keep saying the same information. So I figured I'd put it into a masterclass so I didn't have to keep repeating it over and over again. This masterclass is going to help you build great digital products that you know people really care about and that they actually want to buy, more importantly. Then we're going to talk about how to create a system or a funnel that sells that product for you over and over again, whether you're working or not. And then the last part is just us talking about how to drive consistent traffic to the funnel that sells the product. And the best part is I show you how to do all of this organically without paying for ads in just 5 hours a week. If you want to check out the masterclass, again, it's free. There's a link down in the description, or you can always go to profityourknowledge.com/masterclass. Now, a big problem that a lot of people do when they get to their offer is they get to their offer way too soon, which is why we really want to pay attention in that last section to the primer copy. But when you get to your offer, keep it straightforward. Bullet everything out. Bullets are your best friend. Just remember to keep it simple and easy to skim. So even if people are skimming through pages, which they do, they are going to be able to still get all the information they need about what it is you're offering, how it's going to help them, and how much the product actually is. It's also great to add bonuses with your offer that are going to complement your product. And if you've done a good job with your bonuses, the bonus alone should be enough to sell someone on the product. Like they would buy the product just for that bonus. For example, in my products, I show you me closing $5,000 deals live on the actual call. It's a great bonus because you can see me doing the thing that I'm teaching you to do. And there's so many nuggets you can get just from that one training. So what kind of bonuses can you add to your product to make it even more intriguing? After the offer, we move into the guarantee. Now, I know you might be thinking, whoa, I don't want to give anybody their money back. Well, the truth is that if you've done a good job at building a really good product and you believe in that product, you should offer a guarantee. And by having a guarantee, it actually forces you to make a better product because I don't want to give people money back either, but sometimes it happens. But by having a guarantee, there's that little voice in the back of your head that says, I'm going to make this be the best product so nobody has a reason to ask for their money back. Having a guarantee is a very strategic move because the goal with it is to take all of the risk away from your customer or client and put it onto you. And that's just good business. And think about what happens when people get to your product, they are skeptical that this is going to be a waste of time, it's going to be low quality, or it's not going to work. I've seen people do 7-day guarantees, 30 days, 60 days, even 365-day guarantees, or they can also do results-based guarantees. If you don't get this result by going through this program, I'll give you your money back. And the longer your guarantee is, the better your conversions will be. After you've given your guarantee, then we move into the close. Now, the close is really simple. All we're going to do here is sum up the main idea from your sales page. Remind them the transformation, where they're at, where they want to be, how this program is going to help them get there, and more importantly, why they should join now. Keep this super simple and relatable, kind of like a PS in an email. Here's an example of my close from my sales page, Effortless Income. Learning how to build an online business to put real money in my bank account automatically was the best use of my time I ever invested. But it's not just about throwing a funnel together. If you can understand how to create products and offers that people actually want to buy, then automate the sales process, you really can wake up to seeing notifications of money being made while you sleep. You can spend quality time with your loved ones or take spontaneous midday lunches with friends, and your business will keep working for you. You can make a real difference in people's lives and know that your work is leaving a lasting impact on humanity. And you can do this authentically and honestly, even if you aren't a world-famous expert. So you have a choice to make today. For far too long, you've been overthinking, second-guessing if you're taking the right steps, and staying in the exact same spot you were months or even years ago. What if you could access a proven and tested system that made earning an income online feel effortless? What kind of difference would that make to you in the next month, the next year, 10 years. If you value your time, want to go faster, are tired of banging your head against the wall trying to figure this out on your own, and you want a step-by-step playbook to earn a legitimate income on autopilot, try out Effortless Income. Building an automated online business can change your life. I just want you to know something. Even by incorporating these 5 essential elements into your sales copy, you can still fail to actually make sales. The goal with your sales page is to sell, but nobody cares about your product until you've made them care. The way you make them care is by showing them that you understand the problem. So if you want your sales page to work, you have to deeply understand your customer, which is why you should watch this video where I show you how to actually do market research for your business. If this video is helpful, please give me a like and let me know if you have any kind of questions related to sales copy in a comment below, or just whatever a key takeaway was for you. Take what you learned here, get out there, make something happen. I'll see you in the next one.